You know what, Vince? You're right. The contract does say Finkel, but it says Howard Finkel. That's right, Vince. I now own WCW. Here at the RJ Show and the Sports Guys podcast, we will try our best to use only the following phrases.
We will only use the words ass, damn, hell, and bitch. We will never, however, use the words shit, fuck, goddamn, Jesus Christ, faggot, or any other racial or sexual slurs. Now then, as it pertains to video, we promise there will be less dick references.
Oh, shit.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Well, fuck me.
God damn it. Fuck.
And of course, please do not forget to hit that little subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, or communicate by commenting whatever it is that is on your mind about today's topics and videos.
Who's your daddy, Montreal?
I know you were frustrated at how the officiating went down the stretch there, but you guys pulled it out and it was a big win.
David Stern wonder why the league is losing money. That's why people pay good money to come watch these athletes play, and they try to take over the fucking game.
Shaq, we're on live. I know. Let me ask you this.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sport Guy 47. Nick here with RJ.
Hey, what's going on?
And this is going to be NBA topic, as we had some tragedy last night in the NBA with Kobe Bryant going down with his season-end Achilles injury. And I know RJ, huge Kobe Lakers fan, so I'll let you take the floor.
Yeah, when I saw what happened, and first of all, Twitter was blowing up with it, Facebook too. It was a big deal, and to me, Kobe Bryant has been playing. I think it's not even really arguably some of the best basketball of his career, especially in the last 4 or 5 years. These last games, he's the only reason the Lakers are probably going to make the playoffs. I know we still got a couple games now, and without Kobe, can D12 and the others pick it up, which I'm hoping they can, because I think that either the Spurs or the Rockets, or maybe both teams might sit some of their all-stars and sit some of their main players like Harden and Tony Parker and stuff like that on those teams. And if they do, I think with D12 out there, we still have a pretty good shot, because he's no slouch. When he wants to play, he can play. But for someone that's like me, I've been a Kobe Bryant fan since I was a little bitty kid. Like, we're talking, back Shaq Kobe days. We're talking Afro Kobe. You know what I mean? Like, I've been a fan of Kobe Bryant's for so many years. And my favorite team of all time is obviously Shaq and Kobe. And to see, I just hope this is not the way Kobe Bryant's career ends, because it's just not the way it should be. I was really depressed all night last night. I'll be honest with you. I was just the thought of the idea it could be. I mean, he's 34 years old, and like he said in his own rant that he put out at 3 o'clock in the morning, how I'm supposed to come back at 35 better than ever after an injury like this. How am I supposed to do that? And I mean, I understand his frustration, but if anyone can do it, it's Kobe Bryant. That's the way I feel about it. Kobe Bryant's got that Michael Jordan work ethic. Like, he'll go out there. Actually, I mean, he might even have more of a work ethic than Michael Jordan, to be honest with you, because, Kobe has no interest in doing anything else. Jordan wanted to go do all these other things, and Kobe's a basketball player. That's all he is, and he wants to go out there, work hard, to win championships, and that's something that it's real inspirational to me, is the fact that he's the kind of guy that will do whatever it takes, work all off season to get better, work on his jump shot in the gym. He'll do all this stuff at his age, stuff that people half his age, or not half, but 10, 15 years younger, than him, that are just getting started in the company, or not the company, but the league and stuff, is not doing. They don't have a lot of them don't have the work ethic of a 34, 35-year-old Kobe Bryant. So
Yeah, and it's funny because I talked to you earlier this week, and I wanted to do a Kobe Bryant, just a little Kobe Bryant segment.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even about this. It was just
No.
about all the disrespectful people out there.
Yeah.
Bashing him and saying that he still doesn't have it. He's still a ball hog when he's put the team on his back more or less. Gasol he's been out pretty much the whole year. Dwight Howard's been heckling Dr. Heckle. You don't know what D12 you're gonna get.
No. Oh, exactly. D12. That's another thing. D12. He either shows up or he doesn't. You know what I mean? There's like no medium. There's no like okay D12. There's usually either shows up and does really great, which I'm happy when he does, or he don't show up and I'm like, what happened? You know?
Yeah, and the teams that they're beating, they're not scrubs like the last couple weeks. They've had a couple, but they just beat the Warriors without Kobe with the last 4 minutes.
Yeah,
and that's a play on the team.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Kobe did do a lot of the lifting in that game. You know, he fought through a lot of pain. It was very documented that he was not feeling that great that night. You know, but when D12 can show up, it's fantastic. If we can get the closest we can to the Magic's D12, we can still have a shot. You know, we can definitely still because it looks like we're probably playing the Spurs right now. If we stay at the 8th seed, right? So,
yep.
So if we can face the Spurs if we have D12 healthy, and we can get Steve Nash back soon, I mean things can be looking up. You know, obviously it's not looking up anywhere near as good as it would if Kobe Bryant was there. But D12, the problem with him, we lost a few games this month because of boards, and D12 should be getting those rebounds. You know what I mean? And he goes through a game getting 2 rebounds a game. That's the games that we struggle. That's the games we lose. So if D12 can get the rebounds going and maybe a few block shots here and there, he could be the difference maker for us to make it through the playoffs.
Yeah, he has to be. He says he wants to be that franchise guy, and this is the perfect time for him.
Yeah. The question has been exactly. The question has been: is he going to re-sign? Well, he. Everyone talks about how he's the face of the Lakers for the next 5, 10, 15 years, even maybe. You know, and well, I mean, obviously not 15 years. I'm kind of overselling it, but for the next 5 or 10 years, he's supposed to be the face of the Lakers, kind of Shaq style. But this is the perfect time for him to see what it would be like to be the face. Can he be the face? Is he a good guy to build around? I mean, if he's Orlando Magic's D12, he'd be the perfect guy to build around. But if he's this guy halfway through the season, the first half, or even before the All-Star break, Dwight Howard, where he's just there having fun, that's not a guy you can't build around a guy that's having fun. Because if you're having fun, you just don't care what happens. You're just there for the paycheck and to play ball. You know what I mean? You need to be out there to win championships. You need to be like LeBron James, like C. Anthony, like. I mean, Michael Jordan, I keep bringing him up. There's just certain guys, they win because that's what they're there for. They're not there. You never hear Michael Jordan come out there and say, yeah, I'm out here to have fun. You know, I'm just having fun. You would never hear that.
Let's talk worst case scenario. Say this is Kobe's last season.
Uh-huh.
Do they just blow everything up because they'll have money because I think they would be able to amnesty Bryant so his money wouldn't count against it. You got Chris Paul is a free agent. Josh Smith is a free agent. Dwight Howard is a free agent.
Yeah.
So you have wiggle room.
Yeah.
To get your big 3.
Yeah, I've been saying this all year that next year, regardless of what happens, we need to let go of some people, and we need to get Chris Paul. Chris Paul is a guy that I think we need to get, and we need to get him bad. If it was up to me, he'd be the first guy I'd go for. Now, if this is Kobe's last year. Chris Paul, I mean that's got to be an automatic choice, right? I mean Chris Paul with D12. I mean for starters, D12 has to come back. I hope D12 comes back. We Lakers have always been based around big men, and there's no better big man than D12 when he's playing good. Having said that, if we can get Chris Paul in there, and we get D12 to get his mind straight and get him playing the way he's supposed to be playing, the Lakers could be a huge threat. You know what I'm saying? So,
my whole thing is the only way I think it would work. Chris Paul and Kobe can't be on the same team. It's the whole reason why I thought getting Nash was a dumb idea too, because Kobe needs the ball in his hand.
Uh-huh.
He makes people just drawing the double teams just makes people open.
Yeah.
And you need Chris Paul the same way. Chris Paul bounce the ball off your head and throw behind the back alley-oop pass.
Yeah. Well, I think that in my opinion, this might just be the Laker fan of me because this is what I want so badly. But I think there's no doubt in my mind that Kobe Bryant will be back next season.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I was just saying what your opinion was.
Yeah, having said that, I still think we should try to get someone like a Chris Paul. Like we need some youth on our team. We really do. I know it's probably not possible, but I'd love to have a Kyrie Irving on the team. You know what I mean?
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know. They're pretty much building that team around him. But something like that would just be so great for Laker fans because, I mean, other than Kobe Bryant, honestly, we don't have anything to rely on. There's no one else on that team that's consistent, and there really isn't. You know, Steve Nash is consistent for what he does, but Steve Nash is also way too old.
Yeah,
He's signed to a 3-year deal with the Lakers. A 3-year deal. I mean, he's gonna be what 42 when or 40, 42, somewhere around there. What is he right now? 39 or 38?
39.
Yeah, so he'd be like 41, 42 or something when he retires with the Lakers if he runs through his full contract. That's insane. That's really insane.
Yeah. Well, it's like every time I watch a Laker game, all I see is Steve Nash laying down, stretching.
Yeah, he does that in the sidelines all the time.
Yeah, and he's been doing that for a couple of years, but it just seems to be more and more.
Well, he needs to get that stretch in, dude.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's sad to see stars like that go down with a severe injury like that, especially at that age. Because
I agree.
The Lakers, they could have bounced out the Spurs, and they could have went on this magical run. Maybe faced the Heat in the finals or something like that.
The Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers against the Spurs was, in my opinion, the ideal choice over the OKC because OKC is a team that's just so young and so fast that you don't really want the Lakers facing them in the first round. But if the Lakers could get past the Spurs and get that momentum going, they just the mindset of the Lakers could get them past OKC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I still believe OKC is nowhere near the threat they were last year without James Harden. But
now you look at when you do match up with OKC. Okay, you got Ibaka covering Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
You got Meta covering Durant. You got Kobe's probably going to be covering Westbrook if that was the situation. Now who's going to cover Westbrook?
Snowflake Blake.
Man, it's just it can't get any worse.
Yeah, we need somebody, man. We need to bring in a free agent out of nowhere, NFL style.
Yeah, I think Magic's available.
Yeah, Magic could still do it, probably. Not really, but
yeah. And going into that, it's just so funny that this year of all years, Kobe's just been straight dominant.
Yeah.
Anything he did, but yet all you hear is he's so old. Oh, he's so old. Oh, he's a ball.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
That. But of course, if it was Mr. Wins at everything, Mr.
Oh, if that's Michael Jordan at 50 doing that, he's like, oh, look how he's still the best.
Yeah, he can play right now.
Yeah, Jordan can play right now, but Kobe at 34, he can't play. He's too old.
Yeah.
People are stupid. Ridiculous. People are just stupid, man. Anyone that believes that listening to me right now, you're stupid.
Yeah, it's so funny because you listen to, like, you'd see all the old Jordan games, and you'd swear that guy had the flu 1,000 times.
Oh, he did, dude. He was just sick.
It's just ridiculous. Like, he must have been the only guy to catch the flu and then drop 40
What I
points.
think it was, he just had the flu consistently.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He's one of those guys that, right when you're getting rid of it, you take some NyQuil or whatever, and you're like, man, I'm feeling better this morning. Then when that NyQuil starts wearing off, like, dang, I got the flu again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sucks.
Yeah, maybe he's the one that started swine flu.
You just never know. He might be Mr. Flu.
Yeah, him and that Hitler.
What if they introduced him like that? Please welcome your starting. It is like, oh, Mr. Flu, Michael, George. Like that. This would be great.
Yeah, oh man, the more and more the years go by, more and more I just get annoyed with Michael Jordan.
I think Michael Jordan was great. I mean, obviously you do acknowledge how good he was. You're just not a fan of his.
Yeah.
But you know, to not put Kobe Bryant in the same breath, that to me is ridiculous. Because Kobe Bryant's a top 5 player of all time. LeBron James is definitely making his way up there. Clearly, LeBron's at a different stage of his career. We don't know how high on that top 5 LeBron's going to be. But there's no doubt in my mind LeBron's going to be probably a top 5 player of all time as well. But back to the Kobe. I mean, Kobe, no doubt in my mind. Anyone that says Kobe Bryant's not a top 5 player, and anyone says he's not the greatest Laker, they're just delusional. They really are. I think Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant and Shaq are the top 3 Lakers of all time. I know Kareem. People say Kareem. I put Kareem at number 4. That's just my opinion, though. But I mean, Kareem played at a different time, and the time frame for these guys definitely was a factor of how how dominant they were. Especially someone like Kareem, when he was so much bigger than everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Russell, how he was around all kinds of 6-foot white guys.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think Bill Russell would be anywhere near as dominant in a league today with people like D12 and Durant and people, bigger guys.
Yeah. You know what I think is the funniest thing? You know how they always say rings matters?
Yeah.
So that's like, I'm taking Jordan. Then I go, I'm going to take Bill Russell.
But I'll take Bill Russell. So
you're stupid.
Yeah, you're stupid. Yeah, because Bill Russell. Yeah. I mean, honestly, can you imagine if someone like D12 or Shaq or Tim Duncan, even any of these guys played in the '60s, how many rings they'd have?
Oh, if Shaq would still be playing.
I bet he'd have 11 rings at least. It's not hard to win every year when you're that much taller than everybody. I mean, God, can you imagine? That's like playing midget ball with the players now. I wonder how many rings the Lakers would get no matter who's on the team if they're average size.
Yeah, it's always a different. Every sport has that different generation.
Exactly, football. I mean, the things change and stuff, and I'm not taking anything away. I'm not taking anything away from Bill Russell. I'm just saying the fact that I wouldn't put. I'm just bringing him as an example of why I wouldn't put Kareem as the top 3. I put him at number 4 on the Lakers, and that's what's your top 3 for Lakers of all time, real quick.
Mine for personal preference, because I'm such a big Magic fan.
Yeah, I know you are.
Favorite, then I go Kobe, then I go Shaq.
Yeah. Well, at least we have the same 3, so that's good.
There's no argument.
You didn't put Karl Malone in there, I see.
Yeah, I don't care that Kareem is the all-time leading scorer. That's just good. That's garbage. I don't care. Look at the teams he was on.
Yeah, look how many years he played too.
Oh yeah, he got a championship here for the Milwaukee Bucks, and then he went to the Lakers.
Yeah.
His college team he played on was ridiculous with UCLA. He played with James Worthy, played with Magic. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, Kobe went through that after the Shaq breakup. He went through him and a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah.
And he still they ended up almost beating the Suns, who were a 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean, no one talks about that. No one talks about how Kobe had a bunch of no names for a little while. They only talk about when he had Lamar Odom and he had Karl Malone and he had these guys. He don't talk about when he had nobody. And when he had Karl Malone, for the record, he had Karl Malone at the end of his career too.
Yeah, I know. It's funny that people always say that LeBron had to jump ship because he couldn't win alone. This and that.
Nobody wins alone.
Michael Jordan's playoff record before Scottie Pippen was drafted is 1-9.
Can we talk about something else? Michael Jordan's playoff record before Magic Johnson stepped down.
Yeah.
People talk about no one could guard Jordan. Tell Magic Johnson that.
Yeah, Pippen's the one that had to cover Magic.
Yeah, Magic Johnson could stop Jordan. If people talk about Jordan, LeBron 10 out of 10, I don't see. I want to see someone argue that Michael Jordan could beat Magic Johnson 10 out of 10 because he couldn't.
He has to. He's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, well, people that say that are just either delusional or they just say it because it's Jordan. Because Michael Jordan could not do anything until Magic Johnson had that 91 press conference. You recognize that? Remember that? Remember what year that press conference was? Remember that? What year did Michael Jordan win his first championship? What year was that? Oh, that was 91. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Anything, Jordan 10 out of 10.
And the funny thing is, there's going to be people that argue, oh, Michael Jordan's so much better than Magic. Facts are facts, and Michael Jordan couldn't get past Magic Johnson ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Magic wasn't LeBron.
He's the size. Yeah, the greatest point guard of all time. And people can say, oh, it's because of his size, but it doesn't matter. He could pass. That man could pass. It doesn't matter how tall you are. If you could pass, you could pass, His
rookie year, he played in the NBA Finals. He had to play center, and he dominated to get his ring as a rookie.
Yeah. Yeah, Magic Johnson's one of the all-time greats, and I stand by that. And obviously, I am a little biased because I'm a Laker fan, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, I'm not a Laker fan. That's the thing.
I know you're not.
How weird is that?
Yeah, you're not a Laker fan, but you acknowledge the facts. That's what it is.
It's facts are facts. You can't be oblivious. Like, I know plenty of people that are oblivious to things like that, to stats, anything that's real.
Yeah.
We call homers.
Like Tim Duncan, he's the best power forward of all time, probably.
Well, there's no question.
And I'm never remotely like the Spurs, but I'll admit that. I'm not gonna say here and say, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Pau Gasol is, probably the best power forward of all time, or I'm gonna say that Chris Bosh is the best power forward of all time, or I'm not gonna say ridiculous things. I'm not gonna say Earl Boykin is the best power forward of all time, even though he didn't play that position. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I'm just setting an example there real quick for you guys. The fact that the facts are the facts, and people that sit here and try to argue with stuff that is it's not like WWE. It's not a sport that's scripted where there really is no telling who's the best of the best. You know what I mean? The best of the best in WWE is the kind of guys that get over in the backstage, get over with the crowd. Have people back them up in the offices and stuff. You could argue that all day because there's not really a true fact of who is the best. You know what I mean? There's people that are at the top of the list as far as entertainment goes. But when it comes to sports, something that's completely legitly real, there's no doubting facts and stats. Stats hold up. Stats can prove anything, and facts are facts.
Yep, that's why I think that any sport contract, stats should be how you get paid.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that would be perfect. You should get paid over stats more than name.
Yeah, you should. Like for NFL, you're a quarterback. You throw 30 touchdowns, an extra bonus.
Well, in that case, I mean, honestly, for that case, if you go by stats and names, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady should be getting paid good because they get great stats and they're big names. So they should be getting paid way more than Joe Flacco.
You mean Mr. Elite?
I mean Mr. Elite. I'm winking hard as I can right now. Mr. Elite quarterback. That elite quarterback, Joe Flacco.
That's for another topic.
Yeah, it is. But I want to thank you all for watching this. Leave us some comments. If you're Laker haters, you can go screw yourselves. I will talk to you guys later, and peace out, guys.
Thanks, guys.